All right, Andre, Derek, John, I don't even know where to begin with this. We've just had the potential final design for Sonic for the live action Sonic movie just revealed, and man, it's gonna take all four of us to really unpack all this. There's a lot to unpack here. So just to set the stage, Andre and I have already seen the design, but Derek and John, you have not. So we're gonna get your raw reactions right here on the discussion. And Andre, should we go ahead and do the big reveal?
Just 1 second. We're not going to post the actual image in the video because it seems like this may have been a leak because it's been pulled. It's since been pulled from the website that it came from originally.
Right.
So yes, we don't know for sure, as you said, whether it's guaranteed to be the final design, but it seems like it is. But in either case, we'll link to a place where you can find the images, I think, in the description. Otherwise, we're not going to show it in the video itself.
Right.
But yeah, I think we're ready.
I'm not ready, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been hyping this up
Ever be
pretty
ready.
bad. And, I mean, I had this image in my head based on those posters, those teaser posters they put out. I was like, oof, what are we looking at here? Like, personally, I'm hoping it's closer to that sort of, like, preliminary design that that got tossed around with him hanging out in the back of the cop car. Hopefully it's closer to that, but we'll see.
And
man.
also, we're also getting, I think we also may be recording John's actual video too, right? Like your face cam, right?
Right.
That's right.
All right, this is going to be
It'll
exciting.
be like a
I can
Simpsons
watch the video
situation. You can
afterward.
see the moment his heart breaks.
Oh. Well,
All right.
Is it time?
Are we
Here we
doing
go.
this?
All right,
All right, give me a
should we do the
countdown.
countdown and they click.
Yep, count us in.
all right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Why is hands so small?
The shoes look like part of his body.
And his hands, by the way, those aren't gloves. Those are his hands.
Oh my god, they are.
Yeah.
His eyes are independent of each other, and it's so freaky. Like,
See,
Just look
that
into
bothers
them.
me less. The face, not terrible. I will say the face is not terrible if you're going to go for his design. They gotta have
This
the
is
nose.
this is a goddamn work of art.
Yeah, I would say so.
Beautiful.
This is pretty much as bad as I expected. I don't know if it's worse than I expected, but it's definitely as bad. Like, there's
these
no
poses
doubt.
do not work. There's one pose where he's just kind of like pointing at the camera, and it's so creepy.
It's like,
Wait, is that the one
you.
where it's kind of like thrusting at it?
Yes.
Oh man.
God.
It's this doesn't look like Sonic. I mean, you can tell what it is, but there's no other character that looks like Sonic. But this doesn't look like Sonic.
Yeah.
It's some weird. Like, so compare it to Detective Pikachu, where I feel like they are doing a great job capturing the essence of those Pokemon, while give them a more, an appearance more befitting of real life. I don't know what's going on here with Sonic, which is why it's amazing, because this movie's going to be fantastic. I'm going to
Totally.
it's going to be
It's gonna be so good.
Like, this actually, it might be my most hyped movie of all time, or like that I'm looking forward to right now. Compared to Detective Pikachu, Toy Story 4, they got nothing on the Sonic movie. I don't know what exactly it's going to be, but I am not going to miss it for the world.
Me neither. This may truly end up being the new 90s Street Fighter. I really, really hope that it is, because this looks like it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful disaster, and I'm so there for it.
It weirds me out that his entire body is blue. Because the actual Sonic has, like, pale skin-colored arms. And just seeing this giant blue blob is very off-putting.
Blue,
Yeah.
I like how he's a blue blob instead of a blue blur.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of going off the Sonic Boom design in that case by keeping it all of his fur that color other than his stomach and mouth. I mean, I'll repeat, to give this some credit, the face isn't bad to me. I think that could work. I understand separating the eyes if they're not going for the full cartoonish look, trying to make it semi-realistic. That makes sense to me. The head looks fine. It's the rest of it that looks so weird. The over-musculature legs, the fact that his hands are white and not gloves for some reason, the shoes that look part of his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I pretty much agree with that. Like, I think the face itself in isolation is mostly okay. I think they had to go the separate eyeballs route, because really the single eyeball thing's kind of really creepy. Is really creepy in its own way. So even if it looks different, I think they were kind of forced to go that way. It's really the proportions that I feel are just off in general. Like, his face feels too small for his head. His ears just look kind of like randomly slapped on. And then, I don't know, just everything else is so bizarre about this. The legs, the pose, or one of the poses.
I kind of feel like they maybe should have gone for classic Sonic. Like, I know that's probably not the branding they were going for, but I feel like classic Sonic, his design lends itself more to trying to do something like this than modern Sonic. It's just, this looks so weird.
I think you guys are giving the face too much credit. I mean, look at his eyebrows right now. Just look at those eyebrows. Focus
Okay,
on
the
those
eyebrows are
Okay, I agree with that. The eyebrow ridges are definitely creeping me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ear placement, the eyebrows. Yeah, I guess I'm just looking at the eyes and the mouth.
The eyeballs in isolation are okay.
Yeah,
You know that
they
this-
even got the mouth only being smiling in part of his face. Cool, they kept that. But
How weird do you think the other half of his face looks right now, though?
oh, absolutely weird.
Yeah. You know, depending on where the movie's story goes and who they decide to include, we may be getting to look forward to Tails and Knuckles at least done in this style as well. So we may have 2 more designs in this style potentially to look forward to being horrified by. And I hope
am
that's
so
true.
stoked.
Yes.
I am so stoked.
I want that to happen so much. I want to see Tails and Knuckles done in this horrifying, weirdly live-action style.
There is no way there. I honestly, we might get Tails, but I think the Buddy Cop is going to replace Tails, honestly, and Tails is not going to be featured. They might use Knuckles as a tease for sequel baiting. Honestly, it's probably going to be Shadow just because of how popular he is. But now I'm just imagining this sequel bait of Shadow, and that's ooh.
I would
gonna be
love to
bad.
see Shadow done like. There's no way you could make him. Well, Shadow isn't really cool to begin with, but he tries so hard. But there's no way you could make this kind of design of Shadow cool in any way.
No, that's true.
Also, isn't the plot of this movie Sonic trying to get back his lost ring? He already has it in the one promotional material. He doesn't need it.
Spoilers!
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be a really short movie.
Movie unneeded.
Okay, so we have our Sonic. I need to see Jim Carrey as Eggman. Every time I look at this, I'm like, why didn't they just go with the Roger Rabbit style? I think that would work at least somewhat better. It had to have.
What do you mean by that? Like actual hand drawings?
Well, either hand drawing or CG, like traditional CG, like the Sonic that we're aware of. Use that design. That design is really good. That's part of the reason Sonic's been around.
You're saying
so
they should have gone more cartoonish with it, then,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it feels like they didn't quite know what to do with this character. Like, it feels
This is
like
half and half.
Yeah, exactly. It's like some weird hybrid of real life and cartoon, and it nails neither of them. It completely misses the mark in both senses. It's baffling. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, to give it some credit, like as terrifying as it is, it's not quite as bad as I thought it might have been, but it's still really bad. It's still a really bad time.
It looks better than the fan film.
That's true.
That's a
yeah.
low bar, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried about one page in here that says brand and personality. The pose they've given Sonic there is the pose from Sonic 06. And I'm wondering, like, have they based his personality off that appearance?
So now I'm just imagining the stiff Sonic 06 animations in a movie, and like that, this could be glorious.
Now I'm imagining live action this thing and Elise having a kissing scene, and now
no,
I really wish I had it.
Oh,
Oh man.
man.
It's so
What have we
weird
done?
and kind of a shame that it turned out like this, only because, you know, most people, I think fans who've seen Sonic Boom would tell you that Sonic really works well in a CG environment. Of course, the production values would have needed to be punched up a lot, but having a full-length CG Sonic movie in that style would have been really cool. And I know it wouldn't have played well to the general audience, but can you guys imagine a feature-length film done in the Sonic Mania /CD animation style?
man.
Oh,
See,
God.
I'd love that. I'd also
Yeah.
love a Sonic film done in the Sonic Unleashed opening movie style. That looks better than this.
Good point.
It's
I
still
mean,
the best looking
what
shit.
I'm hearing is literally any other style would have worked better than this.
Well, unless you go hyper realistic. I do not think hyper realistic would work for this.
I mean, it'd work if everything were hyper realistic. It would work better, I think. But now it's going to be you have this weird half cartoon, half real life creature running around in a world with actual real life people. I don't know. It's going to be bizarre, man. I don't know.
The thing I'm wondering is like, why does Pokemon look so good, but Sonic doesn't? And because it's essentially the same concept. You could make the argument
Yeah.
that Sonic's a Pokemon. Why isn't this working?
I can just imagine there's a father somewhere whose Sonic's like a very proud part of his history, and and he's taking to see his kid to the theaters. He's like, "You're gonna love this. This is my childhood. I'm gonna put it onto you." And his kid just walks out with like a face of utter terror.
Oh
He's
yeah.
gonna start crying. I don't care how old the kid is. He could be a full-grown adult. He's gonna be crying during this.
But you know, what if though? What if in some strange timeline this ends up being like the next Castlevania anime, where it's somehow shockingly great, even though it should have been awful? What if that happens? Like, we have to have another discussion if it ends up actually being good.
Oh, we're
And just
going to
talk
be
about that.
discussing this movie no matter what
Well,
it's
that's
like.
true.
But
Yeah,
it's
that's
actually good.
I mean, you are right, Ash. I mean, we're ragging on the design now, rightfully so, I think. But we can't say for sure how the movie is actually going to end up. Especially with, maybe it'll look better in motion, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, but I mean, to be fair, like if we had seen some of those Pokemon designs before seeing it in context of the trailer, it's possible we may have had a similar reaction, probably not to this degree. Like take Charizard for instance, like in stills, I think it can look a little bit horrific. I definitely saw some people commenting on that, but within the context of the trailer, I thought it looked fine. So maybe there's something else going on here. I mean, clearly these weren't meant to be seen by the public yet. But then again, that poster design didn't really do any favors either. So
They need to get a trailer out on this thing. I think that's the only way they can course correct.
Yeah. I feel like the main difference with Charizard, though, is he's not the main character of that movie. Detective
point.
Pikachu looks so adorable and
they
cute,
nailed it.
and
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
They killed Detective Pikachu. Yeah,
Yeah.
or his design.
That sounds so wrong, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Now, John, I think right before we recorded this, I think it was you who said, I think I'm maybe like is gonna be like a Ninja Turtle. Now that you've seen it, do you think this compares favorably or unfavorably to the Out of the Shadows like CG turtles that recently happened?
I think I like this more. Like,
Really? Okay.
I feel like this has a bit more. It's still not good, but it looks bad in a good way. Whereas the turtles in that movie, I just hated.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen turtles in live action before. They can work.
Yeah. Like, I would say, going back to the first movies, I think the costumes look way better than this does. Like,
Yeah.
way better.
Agreed. So,
But, well, this can't come out soon enough in general. Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh, no, same here. I am. It's going to be interesting seeing where we have one potentially like legitimately fantastic video game movie this year being Detective Pikachu. I mean, we'll see. And then also another legitimately fantastic movie in the form of whatever this is.
Yeah.
like, we're starting to drag ourselves up to the like legitimately good parts because we got, Castlevania's good. Detective Pikachu has potential. We're starting to get good game movies, and Sonic's going to be here to kill it all.
Yep.
How weird are those gloves though? He's got white fur for gloves.
I hate that's my least favorite part of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that might be my least favorite part.
Why is it
too.
okay
That
for him to wear?
stupid.
Why is it okay for him to wear shoes, but he can't wear gloves? I don't understand this.
His entire texturing is weird. Like,
Yeah.
his stomach looks furry too. I would think that would be like a rough portion of him, but it looks like that's fur covering it.
Yeah, it's furred around his mouth too. You can see the edges. So they decided to give him white furred parts. So
Are
just
his
so
shoes fur
weird.
too? Like,
they kind of look like that. Now I'm having like,
It's
man, color him pink and put him in a dress, and you got Amy Rose, and that's just oof.
Don't do that.
Oh man. Even imagine Amy in this style. Jeez.
Oh, no.
I just feel like they could have done better with his shoes. Like maybe just make them a little bigger, more stylized, instead of like looking like they literally wrap around the musculature of his feet. It's so weird.
I mean, it's also creepy. Like when he's when he's holding the ring, and he's got these weird human-like proportions at times, but he's wearing no clothes besides the shoes. It's very disturbing.
Give him a tie at least.
Really. Yeah, but as you said, Andre, maybe there's a chance that, taken out of context, it looks worse than it actually will in the movie. But either way, whether it works better in a movie than not, this is going to be a hoot, and I cannot wait for it. Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on social media using the links in the video description below. Otherwise, keep it on GameXplain for more on Sonic the Hedgehog and all things gaming. Until next time, guys. Bye.